Hey kiddos, welcome to another edition of Reading Mini Lessons. Okay, just kidding. Coming to you from our classroom. For today's mini lesson, you're going to need your reader writer journal, you're going to need a pen or a pencil, and you're going to need a biography. I'm going to give you one today, or you can choose one on your own. After we do the lesson, I'll give you an example, and then we'll go. So what we're talking about today is, ta-da-da! How biographers choose to include facts that reveal something important about the subject's personal traits and motivations. So if someone is writing a story about a person, I bet that person is interesting, at least to the biographer, and they're going to put some things in there that say why that person is interesting. So let's get started. All right, let's look at this one story here that we have done. We're just doing one today. So we're looking at the story of Action Jackson, about Jackson Pollock. And just in case you don't remember that whole story, this is about the guy who was painting in his garage with house paints. And he was really, this is an actual piece of art by Jackson Pollock, and he was influenced by stuff around him. So those are just a few pages of that book. The biographer is going to tell us what the subject is like. He was different from other painters. He was unique, which is generally true about most artists. He was inspired by nature. And the way that the biographer shows that is he wrote how Jackson did the opposite of most painters. That is, oops, it says patterns. It's supposed to say painters. He painted with no base coat, and he used regular house paint. So regular painters would put a base coat of paint on a canvas and then paint over that. Jackson Pollock doesn't do that, or didn't do that. Also, most painters will use special kind of paint, watercolor paint or oil paint that's designed specially for painting art. Well, he decided to use regular house paint. He also told about how Jackson walked on the beach. That's how he's inspired by nature. So first I'm going to give you an example under the document camera, and then we're going to come back here and I'll show you one book that you can click on and listen to do your own kind of analyzation about the facts that might be important about the person. So first let's look at my example here. So I have, that's not upside down, I promise. I have my reader's notebook with me today, and for our example, we are using Who Was Michael Jackson? So I've marked a couple of pages in here already, and I've also marked my notebook so you don't have to watch me dig through it. But we're going here to where it says 4.1 or 4.2 at home with video. It says biographers choose to include facts that reveal something important about the subject's personality and traits. So I started this already, so you didn't have to watch me write the whole thing out. But on my first one here, I marked the page so you could see it. And on this page, it said that he loved singing and dancing. He was happy when he was performing. So Who Was Michael Jackson? That's the title of our book here by Megan Stein. That's our author. Michael Jackson loved to sing. This made him want to practice, so he became even better. Excuse me. The second one I found in here was that this whole page was about Michael Jackson purchasing something that belonged to Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney was really upset about it. And Michael, you know, he said he was just a businessman, and to him this was just a business deal. So here I would say Michael Jackson was a businessman. He didn't let emotions cloud his judgment. About business. This made him considerably rich. So that's my example for you. Look for some traits that you might have in a biography you've read. If you don't have one or you can't find a good one, let me show you one that you can go to. Sorry, this is actually it. It's called The Secret Kingdom. Looks like this. Oops. Okay, so this is The Secret Kingdom, and this is about an artist named Nek Chand, and he lived in India. And you can do your biography about this person, which I meant for you to see this picture first. And I will include the link in the assignment. Okay, kids, your turn. I can't wait to see you, and I can't wait to see who you read about. See you later.